Understanding Narcissistic Personality Disorder, NPD, and its impact on personal growth is crucial for several reasons. Here are some key points to consider. Self-awareness. Learning about NPD helps individuals become more self-aware and recognize the traits and behaviors associated with narcissism. By understanding NPD, you can assess whether you or someone you know exhibits these characteristics, which can lead to personal growth and a better understanding of oneself. Setting boundaries. Individuals with NPD often have difficulties respecting boundaries and can manipulate or exploit others for their own gain. When you understand NPD, you can identify and establish healthy boundaries to protect yourself from being taken advantage of or manipulated by narcissistic individuals. This empowers you to prioritize your well-being and personal growth. Emotional well-being. Narcissistic individuals often lack empathy, have a sense of entitlement, and seek constant admiration and validation. Understanding NPD helps you recognize that their behavior is not a reflection of your worth or value as a person. This understanding can reduce the emotional impact of interactions with narcissistic individuals and promote your emotional well-being. Interpersonal relationships. NPD can significantly impact relationships, both personally and professionally. Understanding the dynamics of NPD can help you navigate relationships with narcissistic individuals more effectively. It allows you to choose healthier relationships and set realistic expectations, fostering personal growth in your ability to develop and maintain fulfilling connections with others. The definition of NPD states that it comprises of a persistent manner of grandiosity, a continuous desire for admiration, along with a lack of empathy. It starts by early adulthood and occurs in a range of situations, as signified by the existence of any 5 of the next 9 standards. American Psychiatric Association, 2013. A grandiose logic of self-importance. A fixation with fantasies of infinite success, control, brilliance, beauty, or idyllic love. A credence that he or she is extraordinary and exceptional and can only be understood by, or should connect with, other extraordinary or important people or institutions. A desire for unwarranted admiration. A sense of entitlement, interpersonally oppressive behavior. No form of empathy, resentment of others or a conviction that others are resentful of him or her. A display of egotistical and conceited behaviors or attitudes. Preoccupation with fantasies of unlimited success, power, or beauty. Individuals with NPD often indulge in elaborate fantasies and daydreams about their unlimited success, power, or beauty. These fantasies serve as a way to bolster their self-esteem and maintain their grandiose self-image. They may envision themselves achieving extraordinary accomplishments, acquiring vast wealth or influence, or possessing flawless physical attractiveness. These fantasies provide a sense of validation and reinforce their belief in their inherent superiority. It is important to note that these fantasies may not align with reality, and individuals with NPD may struggle to distinguish between their idealized self and their actual abilities or achievements. This disconnection from reality can lead to disappointment, frustration, or anger when faced with the limitations or failures they encounter in the real world. Requires excessive admiration. Individuals with NPD have an insatiable need for excessive admiration and adulation from others. They seek constant validation of their perceived superiority and may go to great lengths to garner attention and praise. They may expect others to consistently recognize their achievements, talents, or physical appearance, and become distressed or angry when they feel their admiration needs are not being met. This excessive need for admiration can manifest in attention-seeking behaviors, such as seeking the spotlight, dominating conversations, or fishing for compliments. Individuals with NPD may surround themselves with individuals who provide constant flattery or admiration to maintain their fragile self-esteem. Lack of empathy and inability to recognize others' needs. One of the defining characteristics of NPD is a marked lack of empathy for others. Individuals with NPD have difficulty recognizing or understanding the feelings, needs, or perspectives of others. They are often dismissive of others' emotions or struggles, perceiving them as insignificant in comparison to their own concerns. Their inability to empathize can lead to a pattern of self-centeredness, where their interactions with others are primarily focused on their own needs, desires, and interests. They may exploit or manipulate others without remorse, disregarding the impact of their actions on the well-being of those around them. Interpersonal difficulties and impaired relationships. The narcissistic traits associated with NPD can significantly impact an individual's relationships. They often struggle to maintain healthy and satisfying interpersonal connections. Due to their self-centeredness and lack of empathy, they may engage in exploitative behaviors, such as using others for personal gain, manipulating others' emotions, or disregarding boundaries. These patterns of behavior can lead to strained relationships, conflicts, and emotional distress for both the individual with NPD and those close to them. Individuals with NPD may experience difficulties in forming genuine emotional bonds or experiencing reciprocal intimacy, as their relationships tend to be based on power dynamics rather than mutual respect and empathy. Isolation and social withdrawal. Individuals with NPD often struggle with maintaining healthy social connections. Their self-centeredness, lack of empathy, and manipulative behaviors can lead to strained relationships and alienation from others. As a result, they may experience social isolation or withdrawal. Their tendencies to exploit and manipulate others, coupled with a lack of genuine emotional connection, can cause people to distance themselves from individuals with NPD. Over time, this can contribute to a cycle of loneliness and further reinforce their need for external validation. Difficulties with intimacy. Intimacy can be particularly challenging for individuals with NPD. Their self-centeredness and lack of empathy make it difficult for them to form deep emotional connections with others. Genuine emotional intimacy requires vulnerability, empathy, and mutual understanding, which are often lacking in individuals with NPD. Their need for constant admiration and their fear of vulnerability can hinder their ability to engage in healthy, reciprocal relationships. They may struggle to truly understand and respond to the emotions and needs of their partners, making it difficult to establish and maintain genuine intimacy. Emotional abuse and trauma. Being in a relationship with someone with NPD can result in emotional abuse and trauma. The constant manipulation, gaslighting, belittlement, and exploitation can have severe psychological and emotional effects on the individual involved. Emotional abuse can erode one's self-esteem, cause anxiety and depression, and lead to symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, PTSD. The emotional trauma experienced in these relationships may take time to heal, and seeking professional support is crucial in the recovery process. Impact on children and family. NPD not only affects romantic relationships but also has a significant impact on family dynamics and children raised by individuals with the disorder. Children growing up with a parent with NPD may experience emotional neglect, inconsistent parenting, or intense pressure to meet the parent's expectations. These children may develop a range of difficulties, such as low self-esteem, feelings of inadequacy, difficulties with emotional regulation, or a distorted sense of self. The narcissistic parent may prioritize their own needs and use the child as an extension of themselves, disregarding the child's individuality and emotional well-being. Understanding the impact of NPD on relationships extends beyond romantic partnerships and encompasses the wider social and familial contexts in which individuals with NPD interact. It highlights the importance of recognizing and addressing the effects of NPD on the well-being of all individuals involved, including children and family members, and underscores the significance of support, therapy, and self-care in navigating and healing from these challenging relationships.